everything.
I said, what part is it? The shirt, the skirt, which part? And he said, the whole thing.
All right, before we go any further, I think it's important to show people, because you're wearing this is exactly the same outfit today that you were wearing on that flight.
Exactly.
All right, so do me a favor. If you'll stand up, so let's let people see exactly what you were wearing on that plane, okay? Mm-hmm. So, now that we see it, sit back down. You finally say to this guy, I can't change my outfit. I don't have any suitcases with me. I'm only going for a day trip. What did he say then?
He said, well, then you can go to the gift shop and you can buy something to wear there. Until then, you're not flying on this flight.
And what'd you say to him?
I told him I would hold my sweater closed the entire flight.
Well, did you immediately start to say, okay, I'll do it, or did you argue? Did you say, I don't think this is too revealing?
I said, you know, I didn't bring any luggage with me. I have nothing to change into. What can I do to make sure that I get on this flight?
Because you had to make that appointment.
I had a doctor's appointment. I had to be there.
And so you said, I'll pull the sweater a little closer so it doesn't reveal any cleavage.
Which I didn't feel was revealing any cleavage anyway.
And in terms of your skirt, you said you'd do what?
I said I'd pull it down as far as I possibly could.
So he says, okay, you can get back on the plane, and you go and you return to your seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand as this plane takes off, you ask one of the flight attendants for a blanket?
Yeah, I was humiliated. I was embarrassed. I felt like everybody was staring at me. They'd all heard him lecturing me.
Because you were still at the front of the plane when he said this.
And
so now you're walking back down the aisle, you're the focus of attention.
Mm-hmm.
So you put a blanket on you, and you took the flight.
Right.
Now, I understand, Michelle, let me bring you in. When Kyla landed in Tucson, she immediately called you. What was that call like?
That was the first that I had heard of the situation, obviously. You know, before that, I knew that she was getting on the flight. She called me, and she was just devastated. She said, Mom, I can't believe what just happened to me.
She was crying.
She was crying. Oh, yeah. And she had been crying most of the flight there. She said, I didn't want to make a scene. I didn't want to draw attention. But she said, I just sat there crying.
Now, any mother would say, Kyla, what are you wearing, right?
And I said, what are you wearing? Send me a picture when you get a chance. Take a picture on your cell phone and send it to me.
And so when you saw the outfit that we've now seen and that she's wearing today, what did you think as a mom?
I thought, oh no, they don't get to do this and get away with this. And Kyla knows, had I thought her outfit was inappropriate, I would have said, you know, honey, you blew it. But her outfit is fine. She looks like every other college girl in San Diego. She was flying from San Diego to Tucson, one hot climate to another.
Let me play devil's advocate here for a second. Is it possible, I don't see anything wrong from the waist up. I'm trying to be very, diplomatic here. Is it possible that your skirt, is so short that there was a problem perhaps with people coming down the aisle in an opposite direction that might have gotten to see too much?
No. My legs were crossed. No, I was sitting completely appropriately. I had a magazine on my lap. I had my purse in front of me.
You wanted an apology from Southwest Airlines. They sent you a letter instead that was not apologetic, correct? We got a statement from them. They said Southwest Airlines was responding to concern about Ms. Everett's revealing attire on the flight that day. As a compromise, we asked her to adjust her clothing to be less revealing. She complied and traveled as scheduled. When a concern is brought to our employees' attention, we address that situation directly with the customer involved in a discreet and professional manner. You would dispute that. Fortunately, as an airline that carries approximately 96 million customers a year, these situations are extremely rare. First of all, is there a stated dress code on Southwest Airlines that you know about?
No. And we actually had the reporter who took my initial interview call Southwest and ask them about their dress code policy. They said, we don't have one.
So Marty, bring you in here briefly. Sure. Legally, did they have a right to do what they did with Kyla?
Matt, if Paris Hilton had worn that outfit and boarded that airplane, they would have shown her to her seat and offered her a drink. Here, there is no dress code, so you have to go with offensive, obscene, patently offensive. It doesn't exist. I mean, she's right here.
Are you going to sue? Is that what this is about, or is this about bringing attention?
We've not made a decision yet. We're considering all the facts and all the circumstances.
Two real quick points. You had your appointment in Tucson. You got back on the plane in the same exact outfit.
Yeah.
And actually got a compliment?
I actually was complimented by the stewardess on my return flight.
The question I have, though, is if this was such a humiliating, horrible experience, why would you get back on the plane wearing the exact same outfit in Tucson? Why don't you buy a pair of jeans or something?
I didn't have time to go anywhere after my doctor's appointment. I had 2 hours in between the time I landed in Tucson and I had to board my flight in San Diego, going back to San Diego.
Can the airline make this up to you in any way?
You know, initially I really just wanted an apology. At this point, just some acknowledgement even that they were wrong. that would be better.
Kyla and Michelle and Marty, thanks.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here.
Thank you very much.